Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. What's everybody doing tonight? Been a little bit since we streamed last. Don't remember my name, don't remember how to stream, don't remember anything. I guess we're gonna play a new game tonight. And that game's gonna be Blueprints. I know that, we have a couple other games that are, like, ongoing, and there's a couple others that I mentioned might be playing soon. Gotta tell you, the thing that I've been, I guess, looking forward to is this one, so we're gonna play this one. That being said, how's everybody doing? It's been a little bit. Can I tell you something that, like, happened on YouTube that's kind of really disappointing? It's something new. I don't think it's anything that they flagged for my account, but it's new. So, when I went to host the video, or the live stream, it flagged my description, which my description on these videos, or the live streams itself, isn't really that long. It's usually a sentence, and then a link to Twitch, and a link to the Discord, right? So, 2 links. And it was flagging the description as not correct. Like, what are you talking about? So I'm looking at it, and I find out, oh, hey, you have to be verified in order to post links now in your own description. So I look at it, and I can become verified by recording a video of myself and sending it to them. I can become verified by taking a photo of my driver's license and sending to them. Or I can become verified by having good channel history. So I selected channel history, and it's like, all right, you'll probably get this in 2 months. It's like, no. I already have channel history. I feel like you're misunderstanding what channel history is. I have it. Not new. So that's kind of disappointing. I might look into the other stuff. I might not. Honestly, like the YouTube side is like the secondary side, right? The first class citizen's always Twitch. It is a little over the top. And by the way, like I said, this is something like new, so I don't believe it's like they targeted my account or anything, right? To be fair, like a week ago, I got an email that was calling out like a change in their stuff. And that must be what it was about. I didn't look through the whole thing. Yeah, 2+ years of channel history. But it only starts from the moment I click the button to say, like, use channel history. So I might get links back here in 2 months if I don't take other action. Only if I have good channel history. Darth, you also haven't streamed for a little bit, I guess. Everything going all right with you? Oh, and I mean, we can talk about it. I don't know. I just wasn't feeling the streaming. I was doing other things, playing some games, just solo and whatnot. A good chunk of Helldivers. I don't know. I sort of started 75 hard again. But like as a loose thing, but that didn't last very long. So I was kind of following along because my wife wanted to actually complete it, so she started again. Things happened, and we've stopped doing it again. But I'm still like doing stuff, if you will. I'm still counting my calories and all of that. I did a race at a zoo. I actually like ran through. I saw a polar bear while I was running. The first, like, 3/4 of a mile was completely uphill and, like, a fairly steep uphill. And it was kind of like a little tiny hilly and flat, and then it got to the hill portion. And so the hill portion, again, was about 3/4 of a mile, probably a little bit less, but I was running at my pace that I was trying to go for, which was like a 9:30 or so. And unfortunately, I don't know why this happened, but like I was listening to music before the race started, and then all of a sudden it just stopped. It couldn't buffer. It couldn't get more music. So I ended up just completely killing the app and trying to restart it, and I couldn't even get it to restart. I think it was a service issue. I'm not entirely sure. So I just took my headphones out, And it was a little bit of a bummer because then I was running without the headphones, and sometimes the music helps you push on. But one thing that was completely unexpected for me, right, was as I'm going, hey James, yeah, you're just in time. As I'm running up the hill, there's tons of people around me. I am like passing people left and right, and as I'm running, I'm always focused on my breathing. Slow in through the nose, slow out through the mouth, controlled, calm, keeps the heart rate down, all of that kind of stuff, right? And I noticed, like, holy cow, all of these people that are like running next to me, they are breathing so hard. And I would have never like picked up on that without having my earbuds out. So that was kind of neat. I didn't complete it as fast as the previous run, but the previous one was almost completely flat. So I did good. I still did good on it. This Celeste music slaps, by the way. It's a bit louder in my head than it is for you guys. I have another race coming up on the 10th, which is not this weekend, but next weekend, right? I think Sunday. It's not a 5K, it's a little bit more. So it's actually a 4-mile race, and it's like going to support a goat farm. It's such a weird one. I met somebody at the last race, and she was like, yeah, I was looking at this other one, and then we exchanged contact info, and she's like, yeah, I signed up for it. I'm like, I guess I'll go too. So I'm gonna go do that one coming up here. And then I have another race scheduled for September. So I think like one a month is good. Yeah, Nito, a running buddy. Well, so can I tell you, this is so funny. So there is a person that I worked with years ago, more than 5 years ago now. And in fact, I'm trying to remember, did they leave before I left that company? I can't remember. It was at my previous company, right? So this could have been 6 or 7 years ago even now. But this person I knew, he also ran, but not like long distance kind of stuff, but he's like, he does other things too. He's in really good shape, and I think he like basically runs a single mile every day. And back then, I was just basically starting to get in, you know what, this would have been like 2018, 2019 time for sure. I was just starting to get into like the gym and being more physically fit, and I kind of started running. The very first 5K that like event that I went to and completed the whole thing while running was actually this event that I'm talking about. He went and I went and a couple other people that were at my company. We all went to this thing together. Well, we didn't go together, but we met up there. Like we planned to meet up. And so then after that event, and even after me working at that company, I've gone to other races around my area, and I will see him. Not at all of them. And sometimes I'll see that he was there, even though I didn't see him there. But the race that I did, I posted about this one. It would have been the weekend after my 75 hard was completed. He was there. And so we met up, and I talked with him for, I don't know, 10 minutes or so. And I mentioned this other one that I was going to do, and he said, all right, cool, I'll do it too. And so after the race, I found him, we met up, and because we actually got admittance to the zoo as well, so we were going to walk through the zoo together. But as we're talking, there's this girl comes up, and she's talking as well, and I assumed that he knew this person. And so as we're walking, I'm like, oh, so how do you know him? And she's like, well, I just met him. I'm like, oh. So that's funny. And that's the person that I'm going to be meeting up with here in a week or whatever. That person. And we went through the whole zoo together, and it was a good time. And so, yeah. You know, I feel like getting a group together who does running stuff is only going to be beneficial when you're trying to like keep with it, because you've got other people who are also going to be doing stuff, and so you can meet up together and whatnot. I have another friend who was kind of into biking pretty hard, and he still does, but he does a lot of running these days because he actually joined some running groups. And in the running groups,
BurgerBaller44 just resubscribed for 28 months. Yo.
Hey, Burger. Sorry, I'll get to that in just 1 second. In the running groups, I guess they meet up every week, maybe even more than once, and they usually go for a run and then they go get beers afterwards. So I don't know how that balances out, but the fact that, like, if all of your group of friends that you're meeting with and engaging with, like, frequently are all doing this thing, it's gonna, like, make you do it as well. And now this guy is able to run, like, marathons. So I think that's the strategy if you're trying to really get into it. I think that's the strategy. Join running groups, make running friends, and go at it. Burger, 28-month resubscription. Thank you very much. How you doing? It's been a while since we talked. Are you still keeping up with things? I gotta say, I've been finding it a little challenging to keep up with everything. Yesterday I did no workout, and I feel bad about it, but it didn't happen. But I'm still trying to do workouts, and I've definitely been sticking to, like, calories and whatnot. You know, I might go a little over here and there, but for the most part, I've been sticking with it. Yeah, the less music is great. So yeah, I'm still doing pretty good with it. And I did start doing a little bit of game dev, not as much as I would have liked to. I was trying to do, like, a everyday 15 minutes of game dev, and I did that for a good week. And then I couldn't do it a day, and then that turned into 2 days, and now it's turned into, like, 2 weeks. or something. But I'll be getting back to it. This album is, or this side of the record is just about over. As soon as it's done, we'll jump right into what I have queued up right there. Blueprints, it's ready to go. I legitimately don't know what to expect for Blueprints. Blueprints is going to be a puzzle game, but it's also a bit of, like, a roguelike. So there's some kind of, like, concept of doing runs, but also solving puzzles. And I don't know if that means you're gonna, like, run into the same puzzle over and over again, or I have no idea. I have not spoiled any bits of this game, other than the fact that I know that it has runs and puzzles. So I think it's gonna be awesome. Yes and no, you need to find a good balance for food and working out. Yeah. Honestly, I feel like having the defined structure of the 75 hard really good and beneficial, and it really, once you get into a streak, you're like, man, I don't want to break that streak. I'm at 30 days, I'm at 40 days, I'm at 70 days, or whatever it is. And when you don't have a streak, it's a lot easier to be like, well, I don't feel like working out today. This song's pretty quiet, so it's not a whole lot to it. It's just about to end. You need calories to lift, but you're not in a challenge anymore. Yeah. Well, so that's the other thing too. My thought, right, is I'm gonna keep at my calorie deficit limit. And by the way, my weight loss has slowed dramatically. I am still losing, but it's very slow now. Very slow. But I'm gonna keep, like, my deficit for a little bit longer until I get into a little bit more of my goal area, and then I'm going to start lifting heavy and increasing calories, and we'll see how that pans out. And I have no idea, like, what calorie limit's gonna be good and work. I'm gonna have to just keep track of it and kind of understand, like, am I gaining muscle, am I gaining fat, and, like, try to balance. And I don't know. You're still running 3 times a week? That's wonderful. I'm running as often as I feel like, which has been about 3 times a week, although I think it's only been twice in the past week. I was gonna run today, and I didn't. I did go for a walk, though. I'm planning to probably run tomorrow. Song's over. Pull her off. Turn off the player. We'll start the game. We'll keep chatting. But we'll also start the game. Alright, so, here we are. We hit play. And I think we'll jump over into full screen land as well. And I see a little bit of green screen shenanigans. Fixed? Fixed. By the way, I'm wearing a blue shirt for Blueprints. I hope everybody appreciates that. You've been waiting for this game? So have I. So have I. Felt like the right time. I don't know if we want the left side or the right side of the screen for my face, but just take a peek at stuff real quick. Volume. Okay, it's just a single slider. We'll see what this looks like when we get in game, I guess. Sure. I could go bigger, but sure. Okay. New game. New game. Don't know what to expect. We're about to find out. I hear lots of people think this could be a contender for like Game of the Year, right? Dogu Bomb presents, in association with Raw Fury and Thunder, a game by Tonda Ross. We might have to make use of the Steam Notes feature.
I, Herbert S. Sinclair of the Mount Holly Estate at Reddington, do publish and declare this instrument my last will and testament, and hereby revoke all wills and codicils heretofore made by me. I give and bequeath to my grandnephew, Simon P. Jones,
That's us.
son of my dear niece, Mary Matthew, all of my right, title, and interest in and to the house and land which I own near Mount Holly. The above provision and bequest is contingent on my aforementioned grandnephew discovering the location of the 46th room of my 45-room estate. The location of the room has been kept a secret from all the staff and servants of the manor, but I am confident that any heir worthy of the Sinclair legacy should have no trouble uncovering its whereabouts within a timely manner.
46th room in a 45 mansion, or 45 room mansion.
This room, or provide proof of his discovery to the executors of my will, then this gift shall lapse.
Do we have a time, like, period that we have to do this in?
I have hereunto set my hand this 18th day of March, 1993. Herbert S. Sinclair.
By the way, Bomber, your auto mod got it again. Day 1. I didn't expect, like, the camera went past the person, but now we are the person. Boy, we go slow. Absolutely, I'm turning around and exploring behind us first, right? Blue dabu dee dabu da. I guess so. Oh, we might legitimately be able to go out there at some point. Just hop the fence. What do you think the 49 means on the top left? Also, our location is here, which means I think we probably want to be there. Ooh, whoa! Insurmountable waist-high fences! Yeah, some things never change. I wonder if there's much, like, background music. So far, there's nothing. That looks suspicious. Is there a crouch button? Is there a jump button? So far, no. Whoa, are those gonna be rooms in the mansion? Why is there a pipe here? The fact that, like, this is broken so you can see down there tells me that we'll be there at some point. I don't know why. I'm getting extreme Myst vibes right now. Look at this! Look at this! Hey, Astro, welcome in. How you doing? It's very, very dark in here. There's a torch, but I can't light it. I can just barely see. Alright, I think we have to come back here later. We probably legitimately have to find, like, a light source, like a flashlight or something. We haven't even taken a step into the mansion yet. So, we're definitely unprepared for what's out here. But, I mean, come on, I have to explore outside. How many people did this versus how many people just, like, walked in the mansion, just went forward? Because we are gaining knowledge out here. Knowledge of what? I don't know, but we are gaining knowledge. Another path. Okay, can't go that way. I couldn't even click on it. There's a campfire out here. Why? Okay, here's the deal. The cursor changed. I'm afraid that if I click this, it's gonna, like, end day one. Maybe not. The campsite. Due to the rules set forth in your great uncle's will, you are not allowed to stay in the estate overnight. Luckily, however, your scouting skills have been put to good use to fabricate a very respectable off-site sleeping quarters. You may call it a day at any time from the blueprint menu tab. This can be accessed after picking up the blueprint in the entrance hall. Knowledge. Even unknown knowledge is power. Okay, so we just gained more knowledge that we have to sleep out here. And we don't have to come out here to sleep either. We can do it from a menu. No. Hold on, wait. 1, 2, 3. Are you ready for it? 5. Man. Okay. Alright, so there is an orchard over here. And again, waist-high fence and lock has completely blocked our path. Can't see mine. Okay. Cool. Time to go in the mansion for real. We have some, like, background music now. By the way, if this game is so chill that, like, there's very little music stuff going on, we'll turn on the musics that we have. Schoolhouse Rocky over here. Uh-huh. Alright, we're in. Legitimately, I don't know, like, what could be important to look at versus not. I don't know what kind of puzzles to even expect. Like, in some game, there might be a puzzle to be like, oh yeah, there's something weird here, but if you look at the reflection, it gives you a clue. You know what I mean? I don't even know what to look at or not look at. Look at this. In the reflection, that thing doesn't show up. Is that important? Open only in the event of my death. Simon, Welcome to Mount Holly. You may not remember, but I have fond memories of your many visits here as a young boy, and I hope these rooms provide you with as much amusement as it did in those lost summer days. By the time you read this, I will assume you are fully aware of my last wishes and all the details of the bequest. Please, do not mistake my intentions in giving you this challenge as a lack of confidence. I assure you nothing could have been further from my mind when I chose you as my heir. With that said, there are a few ground rules of this commission covered in the fine print of my will that I feel I should bring to your attention. No tools or items may be brought onto the estate from the outside. Tools and items found on the estate may not be taken off the estate. Okay, the estate. It's not that they may not be taken out of the mansion, off the entire property. You may not stay overnight in the mansion. I don't suspect that any of these stipulations should prove an impediment for someone as resourceful as yourself, but it is very important to me that you start fresh each morning and not rely on the successes of the previous day. Maybe I'm not actually allowed to take tools out of the mansion. Legitimately, I don't know if we'll be, allowed to break the rule and thus forfeit everything. Hopefully not. One final word of advice. Do not assume the rooms you find today will be the same rooms you find tomorrow. These grounds have provided me a home for the last half century, and even I am uncertain of which room lies beyond any particular door. Your grandmother used to say, "Don't go where the path leads. Abandon the path and go where you want it to lead." With all my love and wishes, best of luck. Herbert Sinclair. Don't go where the path leads, go where you want it to lead. That's super important sounding, isn't it? I think it is. Well, one quick second. While I disappear. Sorry, back. Yeah, here we are. Okay. It is good advice overall. All right, so that is everything here. You found the Mount Holly blueprint. This will serve as a useful map and inventory log during your adventure. You may access the blueprint menu by pressing Tab. Tell, don't ask, Grandma. Alright, we are here. There's an antechamber over here. Past the steps beyond the grand doors, admission to Mount Holly is granted by way of a dark and garish lobby, suitably called the Entrance Hall. From here, each guest's adventure begins. However, the 3 doors that proceed onward do not always lead to the same adjoining rooms. Type permanent, blueprint, rarity none. And then there's like a directory. Shops? We can find a shop? Aha. And the rest of these are empty. Hold on, let's come back here. The antechamber, from its root meaning the room before, all signs and paths point toward the antechamber. Mysterious sealed room resting on the 9th rank, whatever that means, may prove, however, quite an initial challenge to even reach, let alone enter. Still, you can't help but draw a connection between this chamber and room 46. Alright. Room 46. The mysterious room mentioned by Sinclair's will, named only by number, despite the house's official blueprint only showing a total of 45 rooms. The words of the legal document make it apparent that a 46th room in the house in fact exists. Finding this room is your primary objective while on the estate. It is, after all, your bequest. Okay. Are there 9 here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is the 9th rank. This is what it said. So these are ranks. Each row is a rank, I guess. There's also the call it a day button. And we have an inventory here that's completely empty. Okay. So... searching the estate can be exhausting. Each time you enter a room, you will lose 1 foot. When you no longer have any feet left, you will be too tired to continue searching. Call it a day. Okay. So the day has like a timer, but not a real timer, right? Got a queen of diamonds. An ace of clubs. And that is actually shown in the reflection. I'm going to be looking at reflections, by the way. Because again, this one doesn't have a reflection. God. Oh, let's look at the doors. Goes from least fancy, semi-fancy, to very fancy. I'm assuming, by the way, I can click on any door I want. We're going to go for the least fancy-looking door first, I guess. Select a room to draft. Oh, look. Bedroom, whenever you enter this room, gain 2 more feet. Closet, you find 2 items. Or a hallway. Okay, I see how this game works now a bit. Let's select the closet and get some items early. There's another painting back here. There are 2 items. An electronic key card opens electronically powered security doors. Do you think it only opens green ones or green triangles? And gem. Oh, that must be currency? Can be used while, oh wait, while drafting to pay for special floor plans. Ooh. Okay. You know nothing of this game. I'd be, honestly, that's kind of where I'm starting to. I have not watched any gameplay. I haven't looked up anything. The only thing I know is it's kind of roguelike and it's kind of puzzle. So. Wow, the guest bedroom gives a ton. Now, hold on. If I exit this and come back in, is it the same? Once you have drawn floor plans, you must select one. But I can still open my, like, map. And here's something important, by the way. By putting the closet here, we have basically made it so I can't get over this way unless we come up this way and over and around. So we have to be careful. If I put the guest bedroom here, that is going to be a dead end as well. Whereas if I put a spare room here, it'll let us connect over to the next side as well. So I think we want to make sure that we don't wall ourselves off. And I'm sorry, I realize I'm like showing over here and you can't see over here. So down here on the bottom, this is what I was trying to say. So if we go left, it's now a dead end. So I can't go left and up, I can't go left and left. This whole side is now kind of like broken to us unless we go up and then over. And if we put the guest bedroom here, that also makes this a dead end as well. To be fair, we could then maybe put a hallway here, and then we'd have a room to the left and a room to the right. The guest bedroom sounds awesome because of how many like feet that we get, how many steps that we have, how many more rooms we can go into. But if we get really unlucky on the next pull, we might not have a room that leads anywhere. So let's go ahead and pick the spare room. And I don't want to pick the hallway. Oh, actually I could. I was going to say I didn't want to pick the hallway because I didn't want it pointing down, but look at that. I guess you can't see it. Oh my goodness, we're going to have to switch. You won't be able to see the name of the zone that we're in right here as well, but you'll be able to see that over there better, and that's probably important. Because the hallway goes up and to the right. Let's do that. Legitimately, right? I do think these are going to mean something. And the order of them is going to mean something. Doors in the west wing are more likely to be locked. Is that so? Hold. Wait. Let's write this down. This is knowledge that we've just learned, right? Let's keep this in mind. The other thing too that I'm unsure about is the top north and the bottom south? Is this way north and that way west? No. And I'm not gonna write these down because I don't know that these mean anything to us yet. And since it's gonna change every day, I don't think keeping track of those is gonna matter so much for us yet. Go up a rank. Oh look, a den has 3 exits. A nook turns and gives us a key. The storeroom gives us money, a gem, and a key. I think we want to go with the den to have more options. And then I'm assuming we have to find the gem, although it looks like it's right there. Okay, cool. Do anything? There's no crouch that I'm aware of, by the way. I'm just gonna start clicking on things to make sure. Oh, you know, there's a whole lot of clocks here. So 9:15 might mean something. I can't tell which one of these is the hour hand. And like 1:55 might mean something. Wait. These are it's actually moving right now. Huh. And it's not real time. But we might want to be back in here. All right, let's write this down. Clocks. We said 1:55 question mark, and we said 9:15 question mark. Might be a thing. Feels like it's gonna be a thing. Bathtub. There are a lot of clocks in here. I bet that pawn means something too. All right, let's come back and go through this door. They're all not bad because they all turn. We could go with a nook and get a key. We could go with a parlor and get a puzzle piece. We have no idea what that means. Oh, it might actually mean that there's a puzzle in the parlor. Or we could do a bedroom and gain steps. The thing is, I feel like steps are going to be more important later on than they are early on. Early on, I feel like we are just trying to understand things and learn stuff. Granted, the more rooms that we can go in, the more stuff that we're going to learn. But I think these sorts of things are going to be more important after we've already solved puzzles, after we've already obtained keys and things. Let's go parlor. I legitimately want to see, is there a puzzle? This is the black box. The black box is not empty. This is the black box. Wonderful. Ooh. whoa. That was weird. Like, went up a second. Huh. I didn't click on any box, by the way. Not yet. How's the music? The music is really quiet for me. Will the real black box please stand up? Please stand up. It's like, let's make a deal crossed with to tell the truth. Yeah, kinda, right? Here, I think I want to do this. Let me know if this is a good idea. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit though. Like here. Let me know. Oh. Dear Herbert, it was a great honor receiving the invitation. This is on May the 2nd. I don't know if that's important. To dine at your estate with the Oldhams this past Thursday. If I'm being frank, it had been quite a while since we had been seen in decent society, and we were beginning to worry that my wife's wit had lost its charm. I have no delusions that my company is rival to hers. If I can refresh your memory, we both spent much of that evening discussing our mutual love of games and puzzles, and I had mentioned to you a rather singular parlor game I had played some years back involving 3 boxes of different colors. You had pressed me to write with the particulars of this game. I found the time, and I have included with this letter all the details you will need to share with guests should you be inclined to play this confounding game. Always your friend, M. Lowry. There will always be at least one box which displays only true statements. There will always be at least one box which displays only false statements. Only one box has a prize within, the other 2 are always empty. One always lies, one's always truthful, and that's all we know. And I guess one of them has something in it. And this must be the key to open the box, right? Yeah, component of the parlor game. So, one of these is lying then, right? Or are they both lying because legitimately this is the black box? One of them always lies, one of them always tells the truth, and the other one can do whatever the heck it wants then. It can be a truthful statement or a falsy statement. If these are both lying, because they're not actually the black box, because this one is, then this one has to be telling the truth. We're gonna click the black box. We deduced it correctly. You agree with my logic. It turned out to be correct. Darth was also correct, yep. James also in agreement. Okay. So I guess we go up one, and then this will have to connect with the den, won't it? Because there's a doorway there. Let's see. Yeah, exactly, right. It looks like it doesn't have to connect. Let's do the spare room. This will take us all the way up to rank 3. Right? Because this should be rank 2 right now. You know what? I want to check something. If we go back to here, Oh, look at this. The door is gone and it's now boarded up. I love it. We've also missed our... No, well, it depends. If this is the minute hand and this is the hour hand, we haven't missed it yet. I mean, clearly something's going to happen in this room at that time. Glad they're starting us off easy. Been a good chunk of time, that's right, Darth. Whenever you enter the chapel, you lose money. What if I'm already at 0 money? What then? This one has items for sale, and it says gem requirement. So this is a knowledge run. This is our first ever run. We don't know what to expect. I have no coins. I want to see if we go into a chapel with no coins, what happens? What if it doesn't even let us in? I don't know. I just realized, by the way, that our steps are down to 27. Does that mean that, like, when I go backwards and then come back in here, it's more steps are going away? I'm not sure. And your capture card's not working with Switch 2 audio. That really stinks. That really stinks. I still don't have a Switch 2. It looks like I lost no money because I have no money, but it let us in without problem. I can steal money. Is it really stealing though if this is all mine? I mean, we're inheriting it. The equestrian. Is that a duster? Oh, they have got numbers on them too. 6, 4. I feel like these are going to be important. The gardener is number 1. The king. I'm looking at that crown. Number 12. No, wait. 5, 6, 7. That's not a 10. That's a 5. 7. I'm gonna write these down, I think. I think these are gonna be important. Looks like a chimney broom. And they're dark colored, so they could be sooty. So, I'm gonna say chapel. That is not how you spell chapel. Stained glass windows. We've got 1 is the gardener. Which one was 2? The chef. I'm going chef because it looks like kind of looks like a pizza spatula or whatever, but look at the hat. 3 is the farmer. Then 4, the chimney sweep. I guess is what we're gonna call it. 5. Sweeper? Painter? Darth, you very briefly had it working Saturday morning? Huh. That at least indicates it's possible. I don't know, you know, I don't know what your setup looks like, so I can't really give you any suggestions, but it's at least possible. What do you guys think? A painter or a sweeper? Painter? And then we've got 6, which is the equestrian. I think that's all of them. Oh no, it's not all of them. Yeah, Steam Notes! We have to Steam Notes it. Oh, and then there's a glass back there that we can't see. I wonder if that's important. Right, there's something else back there. And then, oh, because we have 7. Oh, no, we had 6. The king. I'm gonna say king. I'm just completely going off a scepter and crown. I don't know if these guys mean anything. What capture card do you use? My capture card is a XR1 Lite, which is EVGA. EVGA XR1 Lite. That's what I use. In fact, I think I got it for free when I bought my graphics card. Not that I don't even know how much it costs. It might be like a $60 thing, although it's kind of old now, so who knows. Scepter, that reminds you of one of the most dad jokey lines you ever heard. Can only imagine. Alright. Let's try to go up to rank 4, which will be up this way. A courtyard. A bathroom, which is like a dead end, but there's probably a reason to go in there. Legitimately, I wonder if the color of these rooms means anything. We're gonna do a courtyard. Like it. And it's bad, too. Use the Genkai Shadowcast 2 Pro. Have you seen online, is anybody else having problems with that, too? That's kind of weird. Hey, we have a key card. Although, do you think we need 3 different key cards to get in there? I'll just take that shovel. An old weathered shovel. Looks like it'd be useful for digging. You don't say, do you? You don't say. Oh, okay, so this means 100%, right? We're gonna find a room where we have to dig something. But every time we want to find that room and dig, we're going to have to find this room first to get the shovel. Other people have had the same problem. I guess hopefully that means that they'll put out some kind of fix at some point then. If they can. That worked. Why do these have dots above them? I'd like to get the key. Let's get the key. Oh. A journal noteworthy. Sorry, a journey noteworthy. As you continue on your adventure, you may want to consider getting something to scribble down your notes and observations. You don't say. Pad, scrap of paper, or perhaps most fittingly, a journal will prove to be an invaluable tool you will not regret having beside you on your journey. Legitimately, like, we're using Steam Notes right now, but if at any point, we're like, you know what, for some reason I need to draw something. If we get to that point at any moment, we might bust out Photoshop and my drawing tablet. My drawing tablet is back there, but I can get it out and plug it in and everything. If we have to. I could also have like an actual notebook and just like show you, but that doesn't sound as... Pen tag. Right, like, I could write down all of these things we're observing right now, but I don't think that's helpful until we have an idea that we might need to know it. Like, there's lots of these, we can write them all down and they might not be important in the slightest. So I'm not super interested in writing everything down. looks like something, doesn't it? Can't interact with it, though. Alright, let's go this way. The door is locked. Do it. Let's use our one and only key. Alright, hold on. Blueprint map. If I put the observatory in there, we actually turn and then go back south, and we don't want to do that. But we get a star, whatever that is. Security is an up and down. View the inventory of all items currently in the house. Interesting. And there's a bedroom which also goes down. I like security the best. Have I seen the new Legends ZA footage? I have not. Something's happening. Hold on. Something's happening. Let's, that was the wrong button. Do that real quick. Okay. We got some tape spinning on the wall. Must be quite an important room, huh? We did not bomb her. Well, I don't think we did. If we somehow did, then that was the most anticlimactic win ever. Look, it's me. Is that what you would do if you saw yourself on a security camera, is point at yourself? I don't think I'd do that. Blue memos are true. Red memos are lies! Oh, this was a red memo. For sure, I remember it being red. Blue memos are true. Red memos are lies. I'm gonna write that too. That's really, really good to find early. Oh, wait. It says, unless written by hand. I have no idea if this was written by hand or not. I don't know about hand. Okay. Will that update with me moving? It does. Does not update with me turning, though. Where's the camera? There's no camera. Huh. Posted the trailer. I will definitely watch it. So we've got some sort of music room. We've got a library, and the library has a book in the center for sure. Also, interestingly, some kind of like light thing there. We've been in this room. The Nook, I guess. There's a vault. Looks like a wine storage room. This might just be the hallway that we've even been in already. Maybe. Storage. Yeah, this is just the unfinished room or whatever it's called that goes through. closet. We've seen. Aha, there is an office. This room. There's a nursery room. I'm some kind of storage. I can't really tell what's there. Looks like a different kind of nook. I mean, that room right there and that room basically look the same. Some kind of museum-looking room. Another different kind of museum-looking room. A pool. That's a pool. A grand piano ballroom, and then another vault. Ooh, I can. Ooh. Welcome to Mount Holly Security. Press enter. Aha! View estate inventory. The following is a detailed list of the items currently in the house that have yet to be collected. This list will be updated as new rooms are added. What does this remind you of? A cross between Luigi's Mansion and Creepy Castle from Donkey Kong 64? Interesting. This only tells us how many items are currently available in rooms that we've already opened. So if we open a new room, this number will change if there's something in there. But if I've grabbed it, it goes back to 0. What's the key card system? Security doors are doors within the estate that can only be unlocked with an electronic key card. The key card system is currently operational. And change the security level? Security level determines the amount of key card security doors that will be deployed in your estate. You should expect to see 1 or 2 security doors with a low setting and 5 or 6 with a high setting. Why would we want it to be anything but low? I don't want to change it yet. This mode determines the default setting the security doors will be set to if power is lost during a blackout, for example. As a general safety rule, offline mode should be set to unlocked if any staff are working on the estate. I like that. And legitimately, I want to turn this down to low. There's going to be a reason why we don't want it to be low, probably. But it's low for now. Log into the network. We don't have the password. Hold up, though. There is... If you look... I don't have a mouse to show you. If you look up there, above my head, there is something there, but I don't think it's a password. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Wasn't it? I'm not surprised. The top line. Wordy. U-I-O-P? Where's the I? It's missing an I. And also the number pad is missing a couple keys over here too. Maybe we're not supposed to notice this. E-H-J-K-L, all of those are there. Z-X-C-V-B-N-M, period. I guess those are there too. The I is missing though. Okay. You know, the arrows, like, on the enter button, are not quite correct. Thing. A? A-cam, B-cam, apes 5 and 6. There's a way out. I don't want to take that yet. There's another way out over here, too. It looked like lines of varied length. That's kind of what it looked like to me as well. Some of them looked like a little bit more, like it could be like an H or an N, because some of them looked like that, but... No, if... Blue? Alright. Keycard access security doors are more likely to appear in the higher ranks of the estate. Likewise, as a redundant security measure, normal doors in the estate will also be more likely to be locked as you progress north. Okay, so this is blue, so this is true. More security doors. In higher ranks. And then normal doors more likely to be locked north. Normal doors more likely to be locked north. This is blue memo. Now, I'm going to write it here because I think it's super important. This is me, so let's do this. Notice how it says higher ranks for one, but north for the other. They probably do not match, or always match, right? So this is something that we actually mentioned earlier. Is up here, you know, the top, if you can see my thing, where the antechamber is, that is a higher rank. That's rank 9. We're currently in rank 5. But we don't know that we're currently north of the entrance hall, right? We don't know that. We don't have a compass, for example. I have a suspicion that the higher rank does not necessarily mean north. It might some days, and it might not other days. Now, this is a red note, and it's a lie, because it's not handwritten. Until further notice, the antechamber has been unlocked, and access levers are no longer required to grant entry. We can still take knowledge out of this. Until further notice, the antechamber has been unlocked. Okay, so the antechamber is locked. And access levers are no longer required to grant entry. And we need access levers to get in. So, you know what? Maybe we should have like a blue memos and a red memos tab. I think right now we'll just do it this way. Do height. Antechamber is not locked. Yes. And does not require access levers. So we should know the opposite. Right. Okay. Good. Pop the music back on. Effective the first week of December. Are we gonna have to keep track of months somehow? Payroll for all live out and seasonal staff will be managed electronically, as your attendance will no longer be registered at morning roll call. It is doubly important that you do not fail to clock in and out at one of the electronic computer terminals on the estate. 2 of these terminals can be found at security, where the punch clock used to be, and in the laboratory. Punch clock. Hold on. 2 terminals. One in security, other in laboratory. Punch clock in laboratory, right? So there's 2 terminals. Clock in and out at one of the electronic computer terminals. Maybe there is no punch clock. I could be wrong about the punch clock being in the lab. Maybe. Because it sounds like they can use any terminal to punch in and out. And they used to have a physical punch clock, and now they have computer terminals for it. Maybe. Any questions or concerns regarding this process should be directed, as always, to our house manager, Mrs. Babbage. I'm going to write this down too. House manager, Mrs. Babbage. Did I spell that right? Yes. And then the terminal password is down there. And it starts with an S for sure. And that looks like an ampersand, and that looks like a U. Is she related to Charles? Who's Charles Babbage? I don't know. Okay, I'm looking at this. I feel like I see an M. It could be just a V. I don't know. What's our character name? Do we have that anywhere? Oh, Babbage originated the concept of a digital programmable computer. I guess I should probably know that. But, okay, by the way, this right here, this is the Loop Hero soundtrack that you're hearing, and I have been tempted on multiple occasions to buy the vinyl for it. Am I Prince Blue, the Blue Prince? You're right, I totally am. Our name was like Sinclair or something. Not Sinclair. I'm just quickly kind of like skimming these to see if they say anything interesting in them. Sinclair. Sinclair is our name. One of the things I was looking for in these. You know, I did say Sinclair. I was like, it's not Sinclair, but it was Sinclair. I don't think that's the name though, or the thing here. But we could try it. Legitimately though, I don't know. Terminal password definitely starts with S. That's what we know. Like end with ampersand U. Stocks, they go up. Coal minecart. That doesn't do anything. Let's try the terminal password of Sinclair. I don't think it's correct. That was indeed what I thought would happen. Alright, we're gonna keep going north, right? Or up the rank. We don't have a key. So I guess we go down then. Lose half your steps? I hate that. How does this turn? Let's do the pantry. What are we gonna find in the pantry, you know? Sugar. Can I climb this? Nope. There might not be anything to find in here, right? Lux Coffee. Bridget, please pick up some more fruit before Friday, as we have just been informed that we may have an extra guest exploring the house next week. 50 steps should be more than enough, so I think an even spread would be ideal. 5 apples, 5 bananas, 5 oranges. The enclosed amount should cover expenses, but please bring back any change from the order and leave it in the pantry. Should I write this down? We have Bridget, well, just 5 apples, bananas, and oranges. And we got some money. And we got an apple. An apple gave us 2 steps, and it's not in the inventory. Okay. Locked. Alright, this is gonna tell us for sure. By returning to a room that we've already been in, does our step counter go down? Yes. Yes, it does. So, backtracking is extremely bad for us. We now have... This is locked, so we have to go back 1, 2, 3 to 4. And we're gonna lose money when we enter the chapel. Food for sale. Costs a gem to build the room. I don't like where the door goes. Corridor would probably be good. This room is not good. Although the bedroom says whenever you enter this room, gain 2. You probably can't abuse it, right? You walk into the room, it spends 1, you gain 2. You leave the room, it spends 1. You enter the room, it spends 1, you gain 2, right? It would cost 2 to go in and out, and you gain 2. But legitimately, if you're passing through, it's good. You know, the guest bedroom. Did it say whenever you enter the room, you gain 10? Or was it one time 10 being gained? Because if it was any time, you could supercharge your step count. Hey, grandfather clock. We've seen it before. At 1:30. That's what's in the picture. I'd love to go back to the clock room, but it would cost so much movement to get back there, you know? Oh, we got dead end. Dead end. I think we gotta go the commissary. It's also got items for sale, so we'll see what happens with the items for sale. We have money. There's also an arcade machine. Dirigiblocks. I don't think we can play it though. Annual maid sale, 2 days. All items up to 50% off. All staff welcome day 20 and 21. Is maid sale. All items 50% off. We'll look at the shop here in just a second. Commissary will be closed from day 12 to day 16. So it won't, because it's not handwritten. Let's have a read memos. And then we'll move this over there. Lies, unless handwritten. That in there. Let's go ahead and get blue memos. I'll put the. Can I drag these around? Can't reorganize this? Is that right? That feels wrong. Whatever. Okay, I think that's good. So we have another red memo. So I'll just say typed now. We don't need to specify it's a red memo. Everything in here is going to be a red memo. Commissary. Closed day 12 to day 16. I don't know, like... Does that mean it is closed some days? It must be then. They're also not sorry for the inconvenience. This upload is just the worst. I greatly apologize to anybody watching this live who can't watch it right now. I do have a recording going that I guess I'll upload to YouTube, but... Effective the first week of December. We've already seen this exact note. Seen the exact note already. Why does it say with question mark? There's a road that passes between trees with. There's a fishing rod without. It doesn't have a worm on it. This feels like we could come up with a single word, and that single word would apply to both of these. This one is with it, and this one is without it. It doesn't have a worm, but it looks like it has a lure, right? That does look like a lure. It really doesn't look like it's missing anything other than it looks like it might be missing the spool. Line. With line, without line. And it clearly has line here, right? I don't know. Okay, let's look at the shop. Sale today. We can buy a gem for 3. They only have 1. Yes? I can buy a salt shaker. I have no idea why we would ever want that. And I can buy a sledgehammer. There's also a metal detector, but we can't afford it. I'm going to buy the sledgehammer because it's the most expensive thing that we have. The ability to buy. And then if and when we go back through the chapel, we won't lose any money. Can shatter padlocks on locked trunks. I don't know if we found a locked trunk. But now we know. Can I do anything with this? No. Little disappointing. There's a down arrow here. Does that mean anything? Do the colors mean anything? Don't think so. I mean, this is like a cigarette pack dispenser, right? Moving on. Dead end lavatory. This is a dead end, if you will, bedroom because it will connect and it'll be a loop. Don't love it. Is there a way for me to rotate? No, it doesn't seem like it. We don't have the ability to buy anything. We're gonna make it the dead end lavatory. I don't think the other ones do anything for us, and we have no idea what the lavatory does. It's gonna have clues in it. That's what it's gonna do. Thing. B. It might just be completely useless. You know, Mr. Sinclair's initials. This feels pretty dang useless to me. Great. Okay, so our next option is to come all the way back to the den and go the other way, or back to the entrance hall. We're gonna go to the den so we can see what time it is, I guess. And we're gonna run out of steps on the way. I mean, not really. We have enough steps to get there for sure. The time isn't correct. Do we just ignore it and walk away? And go the other way? Because that... they're the same distance apart, right? I guess it takes the same amount of steps. Let's just go to the entrance hall. Oh, hey, we can check this one. Doors in West Wing are more likely to be locked as typed. Typed. This is a really good one to get early, right? Because then you can draft bedrooms and get a lot more steps. This is a good one if we weren't trying to block ourselves, so I guess we have to go with the boudoir. I am now out of water. There is a picture of a Christmas scene. And interestingly enough, this safe was a gift. Boy, you know, they could hide so much in this one photo. The color of these stripes might mean something. The color of the ornaments might mean something. The size and color of the packages or the color of the ribbons might mean something in an order. It's very, very difficult to know what might be important here. I am betting that there is something of importance in that picture, though. Okay, can't click on that. You've seen worse uploads? What I will say is we're at 13,500 upload right now, just for Twitch, and 12.8, 15.2, 11.8, you know, jumps around, but on the YouTube, so it looks like we're coming back. Now, hopefully. Hopefully. Can't. You know, I see that this is spinning. Hold on, let's stop the music. Right, the record is spinning, but there's no sound. With road, without road? I don't know. Does road even mean anything with a fishing pole? Oh. Look back here. Co. Hey, we come back to here. Safe in the boudoir. How you spell it? Brand is Synka. Synka Co. I want to write that down because Synka could mean something later on as well. As a keypad. And digit keypad. Okay, cool, yep. We can see in the photo here the safe. I don't know if there's anything here that would help us. You know, come up with a number. But again, it could be some combination of counting colors or something. I don't know what would tell you the order. Red, blue, blue, green. That didn't continue. I don't know. Make sure there's nothing on the back over here. Nothing on the back. Okay. Okay. Looks like something's supposed to be hanging there. Alright, music back on. Next room. I really don't want to turn left, because that goes nowhere, and then we're completely dead-ended. Oh no! Instead of the boudoir, we could have done... Or no, maybe it was instead of the... One of these. It was a dead-end room, but it would have given us a key, and then we could have gone back through security. Although I don't know if we have enough steps to get back up there yet. This one has a breaker box. Turn the breaker box off, and all the doors unlock that are key doors, or key, card doors. Walk-in closet for 4 items. Either way, these are all dead ends at this point. You reloaded, so you should be caught up now, right? I don't know. Are you? Tell me, please. I want to know. You might not be just yet. It still looks like it's trying to fully catch up. Legitimately, I think this is the end of our first run. So we could go Breaker Box to see what else is in that room. We could go Walk-in Closet to see what other kinds of items we find, right? We're trying to gain knowledge, and I'm feeling like this might be the play. So if we go into the utility closet, which it switches, may result in unexpected loss of floor plan functionality. Please call DC Power if you require assistance. We can turn the keycard entry system off. BAC indicators, I don't know what these are. We also have the gymnasium, the dark room, the garage, and the cabinet. Still a bit behind. My Twitch is green now. Astro just did a test. Are you good, Astro? 6 seconds for you. Nice. It looks like we're restabilizing. My upload bar is green. It looks like we're pretty stable at the 6K upload on Twitch. The YouTube one is still, I think, behind because I see it's like at 14, 17, 15,000 up, right? So like it's still trying to catch up. Hopefully we're good though. I mean, like legitimately, I could just turn the YouTube off, probably. The video that's going to be out there is probably not good anyways. Don't know what those do. But yeah, we're down to 7 steps now, so we're 100% running out. And there's no way that the power affected this, right? I don't think so. But we are essentially out of time. One thing we could do is waste a lot of time sitting in the clock room waiting for the clock hands to change to specific values. I don't really want to do that though. That sounds super boring. So I think it's probably time to leave and sleep. Go to the next day. The only thing I'll say is we have a sledgehammer that we couldn't use, and we have a shovel. Maybe we could use the shovel outside somehow. Let's see if there is a spot outside to use the shovel. I don't remember seeing anything outside there where I was like, yeah, we definitely want to dig there, but... Maybe? No, maybe? You think these mean anything? Look how different the sizes are. Might mean something. The mountains mean anything. You know, there's a clock there too. And it is the same. We're just checking for a dig spot real quick. That's all I'm doing. And understand there's a reason to get the shovel out here.